Okay, hi, I'm Anjali Bhattacharjee. I'm from Houston, Texas, now Austin. I'm a second year studying architectural engineering and Plan 2. Okay, so this is kind of a long and multifaceted answer, but when I was little, so both my parents are physicians, so medical doctors, and some of the words that I grew up hearing around the house were these omas, that's what I thought of them as. So melanoma, carcinoma, sarcoma, hemangioma. And I had no idea what these meant. I was just a little girl and I just thought they were hilarious words. And so I'd ask my mom, how many omas did you see today? And she would just laugh it off. But when I got to high school, I realized that my dad, who has to write his notes for every patient every night, was a terrible typist. And I'm a good typist. And so I felt really bad that he was laboring away over these 30 notes that he had to get done. And so I decided to help him. So every night I would type his notes for him. And then suddenly I had a context for all these words that I had grown up hearing. And it just struck me how many of his patients had some form of cancer. And added to that, it was just this realization that, his patients are people who can't even afford to eat every day. How are they going to afford the best treatments with the highest rates of success? How are they going to afford that if they can't even eat every day? So really that really stuck with me. And so when I first applied to join Texas 4000, it was to raise money to fund not only more treatments and maybe even a cure for cancer, but to fund treatments that more people could afford. And then I guess my third reason is sort of more less quantification. It's to inspire people. And this is really sort of the one that's hit me the most hard in the past few months. So a lot of people really close to me have suffered from clinical depression, which isn't cancer, but it's a terrible, terrible disease. My mom had it twice, most recently when I was in high school, and she's fully recovered now, thank God. But my best friend, one of my just absolute closest friends, still has depression. And then over the summer, I did a study abroad program where my host mom's daughter had clinical depression as well. And on the day I was leaving from France, she came up to me just sort of out of the blue and just hugged me and started crying. And I didn't know what to say or do. And she eventually stopped crying and she told me, you're just a very strong person. And she knew about Texas 4000, that I was going to do it this coming summer. And she was you're just one of those strong people who, goes for what you want and gets things done. And that's really inspirational, and don't ever lose that. And so it sort of hit me when she said that it's not just about, fundraising, it's also about, touching people's lives and inspiring them. And that's really probably right now one of the most important reasons that I ride. Oh God, there's so many things I'm excited for, but probably most of all just the human connection, not only with the team, because I don't think you're gonna be more closely bonded with anybody than with a group of people you do something crazy like this with, but also just the people we meet. And so many people have just opened up to me because they saw me wearing this jersey, or because I was wearing a wristband, or because I said I was riding to Alaska to fight cancer, but when we're actually doing it, I just imagine it's gonna be so much more intense, and it's just gonna have so much meaning for everybody involved. And so I'm just really excited for that.